Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-da-da-da. Hey, welcome to Stomp the Idiot. I am the huge one, aka the Idiot, Dave Coco from CocoSports.com or KOCOSports.net. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And this is a question from J Durag 1980, and I'm way behind on these, so he probably submitted this in 1980 or January 29th, 2018, whatever. So I'm gonna try to get back to the year of the nerd. I'm gonna try to rebuild this channel. I gotta rebuild everything. I just walked away and it just fell apart. I was like, I'll just leave this match and gasoline on my website and podcast. What could go? And I'm back. Ah, shit. Let's rebuild this one podcast at a time. Anyway, Jay Durag, if you want to send a Stump the Idiot and you want it answered about 18 days later, tweet me at Coco Sports, and hopefully maybe I'll get better at this. Anyway, got some Stump the Idiot ideas. I was going to do 3 separate shows, but no way. But bam! This is going to be one show. The Jay Durag 1980 Spectacular. Question number 1. The troubles of booking and promoting an indie show. All of them. I don't know. I took some notes here just because I don't want to skip this. Maybe I could go into really good details about this. But number 1, insurance. Because from state to state, it's different. From some states, they just don't give a shit. And other states, you need licenses and insurance. So the number 1 trouble, I think, is definitely finding out what your state laws are and what you can and can't do. You don't want someone to get hurt and there's huge lawsuits. I never want someone to get hurt, but you also, if they do get hurt, you want them to be protected some way, in some form. Second, you also don't want to do a show and the cops raid it and kick everyone out. Yeah, you don't want that. So it's such a stupid thing, and every state is different. Maybe there's probably cities that are different than other cities inside the same state. So insurance and all that stuff. Getting a nice ring. If you are promoting an indie show, I think it's very important to get a nice ring. High spots. It's very expensive, but if you're going to take it seriously, and you should not. You can rent rings. You don't have to buy a ring, but have a nice ring that's safe for them. Other things is, especially promoting and booking, the talent either takes it way too fucking seriously or not serious enough. They're like, the serious level's never at the right level. You get people that are like, I can never lose. I sold 2 tickets and my grandma's here. And then you get the other guys that are like, I'll tell you I'm not showing up, once the show started and, we're 6 matches in. So it's either people take it way too seriously or not serious enough, and it's not at the right level. Booking for the crowd. A lot of times people book for what they want, and they don't book for the crowd. You might have to do research. You might have a hardcore audience. You might have a cruiserweight audience. You might have a WWE light audience. You might have an old school audience. You have to find out what your crowd likes. Like, a crowd in Combat Zone is not going to like the same thing a crowd in Ring of Honor is. You got to find your identity and what your crowd likes. That's very important for booking and promoting. And another huge problem, money marks. You are going to be surrounded by a million money marks. And for those that don't know what a money mark is, it's someone that's a huge wrestling fan and will be like, I want money, but I'm going to be Vince McMahon Jr. Dude, everyone fucking thinks they're Vince McMahon. They're going to come by. They're going to, maybe spend all their fucking life savings to, impress wrestlers and promoters. And they are going to say the dumbest shit. When I ran my indie fed, I was told we're going to Madison Square Garden from an indie fed, from a money mark. I was told that Vince McMahon is going to shake in his boots and we're going to take Vince McMahon out of business. You are going to run into some ridiculous money marks. They might buy a banner and then expect everyone to treat them like he got the naming rights to this to the Tropicana Field or a Giant Stadium. You know what I mean? And then he's like, "Well, I bought a banner. Shouldn't every wrestler come by and shake my hand and kiss my ass?" And so money marks are the biggest pain in the fucking dick ever. You this doesn't this will eventually happen. It happens in a good company. It happens when the main promoter steps down. But in a bad company, it can happen anywhere. Split ups. It will be like, oh my God, me and my friends don't want to lose to who the booker has, so I'm going to start my own company. What? The main booker and promoter went down? Who's going to take charge? Okay, instead of having one company and building for the same goal, let's have 97 little companies and destroy the territory. So, yeah, booking and promoting, just the split ups and this small, not people working together. So, yeah. And then, yeah, so I'm trying to read my own handwriting. I can't even read it. But yeah, that's it. Oh, and as far as promoting goes, just number one tip, go weekly or monthly. Anything else is a waste of time and money, and flyers do good, and work with personalities. But here's the thing, because most likely you're a small indie fed, those personalities are gonna think they're huge. And yeah, so it's a double-edged sword. You want to work with radio personalities. You want to work with television personalities. You want to work with online personalities, especially if they have a real legit following and can sell tickets. The problem with that, though, is you have to be careful because they'll be like, can I be a part of the show? Can I be a part of the show? And it's like, oh, all right, well, sure, fucking, why not? Fucking, we'll just ruin the show. Thanks. So, yeah, you got to look out for that. And yeah, flyers dominate. And oh, television ads, cable television ads on pro wrestling things like Raw, Impact do really, really well. And depending on how big your city and market is, it might be perfect. The smaller the market, the better cable television ads are. So, if you're not in New York City, we were right outside Tampa and we could get all north of Tampa for so cheap, and it would always jack up attendance. The only problem is you're going to have people that either hate WWE or people that want WWE light. So you have to book and tell stories around your company. So, yeah. So those are some, the troubles booking and promoting an indie show. So, a love letter to Okada. I thought about doing like a huge documentary on this. This is the second one. A love letter to Okada. I really did, but then it's just simple. My love for him is simple. I fall in love very easily. I fall in love 100%. Like my this is beyond wrestling, but I fall in love with something 100%, or it means absolutely nothing to me 100%. I'm an insane person. I am not fucking sane, but I 100% love Okada. I think he's the greatest wrestler in the world. And the thing that I love most about him is a company, a booker, a promoter is getting behind him, and he has talent. I could say the same thing for Tanahashi. I could say the same thing for Naito. Um, you know, I had to live through the worst era of pro wrestling ever, where John Cena, Dave Batista, and Randy Orton were on top. That was by far horrible because they didn't have talent. So Okada is a company man being pushed to the moon, and people might be mad because he beats Lost. People might be mad because he beats Bullet Club. But even those people that are mad have to admit he has talent. He's absolutely amazing, and I just enjoy him and I root for him, and it feels good to have someone that is being pushed to the goddamn moon and has talent. And I know that sounds crazy, but look at the last couple of years. Look at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns. So yeah. To me, I really like Okada, and I've liked him for a really long time. And I've been to almost every Wrestle Kingdom but 3, and I look forward to going again this year. To me, he's just a great pro wrestler, and I enjoy it. And not only that, but he also has the attitude of building up New Japan, which I feel like a really old man. I feel like a hipster. I don't know if I'm using that word right. I loved New Japan before it was cool. I did. I remember people saying, "Why the fuck do you do New Japan shit?" And now so many people have taken the fandom of New Japan and built great YouTube channels. The one shout I want to give it to is Wrestling Ranted. He's just done amazing things. It feels good. I left because of depression and wearing down and real life shit, and he just kept working hard. And he has a great channel and he covers New Japan great. So I'm just proud of that. As an old man who gave up on life, I'm proud of you, Wrestling Ranton, and all those guys that are covering New Japan. But but there's people that cover New Japan now that used to make fun of me. They're like, why the fuck do you cover New Japan? It's dumb as shit. And now look at you. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I love you, Okada. That's the moral of that story. 3. Where does Kenny and Bullet Club go from here? I have no fucking idea. I think the Bullet Club, Cody Rhodes storyline is amazing. And it's good because it's super unpredictable. And everything I predict, it goes completely crazy. And I just want to see where it goes. In my humble opinion, and I'm not 100% cocky or confident about this answer, I think they're going to drag out the Kenny and I was gonna say Dusty, the Cody, Kenny and Cody. I'm old and I'm punch drunk, old, been punched in the head a lot. But Kenny and Cody, I think they're gonna keep that feud going to Wrestle Kingdom, and then depending on contracts, that's who's gonna win. That's my opinion, but I know it's gonna be absolutely amazing. And everything I try to predict about the Bullet Club is I'm completely wrong, and in a good way. So. People are always complaining that WWE is predictable. This Bullet Club storyline is really unpredictable, and I really enjoy it. Not all that, but it's just effing good. It is really good. Where do the Golden Lovers go? Where does Young Bucks go? Where does Cody Rhodes go? I think, in my humble opinion, and I've been so wrong at predicting this, so don't bet any money on it. But in my humble opinion, I honestly think they go to Wrestle Kingdom and decide on contracts, and then the story ends once that happens. All right, J Durag 1980 at @_rag. Thank you so much for the 3 questions. Sorry I jammed it all into one video. I hope you're okay with that. Like, comment, subscribe, and what else was I gonna say? I should probably say a lot more stuff. CocoSports.net, rebuilding. You're the nerd. One step at a time. Keep moving forward. Don't do drugs. Yeah. Did I say like, comment, subscribe? I think I did. Oh, I gotta promote my book. You guys know I wrote a novel, right? It's called Operation Freak Show. There's a link down in doobly-doo. That'd be awesome if you bought it. I am the worst pitch man ever. Where are you, Boom Boom? Where are you when I need you? Like, comment, subscribe. And with that, I am over. Bum, 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 bum.